And in this country, ladies and gentlemen, stars don't care, celebs don't care. Virat Kohli is laughing, smiling, enjoying himself. And while he does that, it is impossible that he does not know that at least 11, now 13 people have died, 54 people are injured. That a 14-year-old girl is among those who has died. And these were just fans. Mr. Arun Dhumal, the IPL chairman, told me when I called him, and this was at least 45 minutes after the event, that he hadn't even heard of it, that all of them were just leaving from Ahmedabad after being there for the final. And when I asked him, why aren't you calling off the celebration at the Chinnaswamy Stadium, he says he doesn't even know who the organizers are. You see, they all passed the buck. I had to tell the IPL chairman, Mr. Dhumal, why don't you call RCB and tell them to stop the celebration? How much of a time would that have taken? But even that didn't happen, and the organizers decided that while people were lying there dead, and while people were still in hospital, and while there were dozens of people fighting for their lives, and 13 people had died, at that very moment, the organizers decided to go ahead with a massive celebration inside the Chinnaswamy Stadium. And the whole country must ask these people, what were you celebrating, Virat Kohli? What were you celebrating, RCB? You see, for these cricketers, and for these boss men of cricket, and for the politicians, all that matters is self-importance, money, commerce. And the fan is a cog in the wheel to be used circumstantially. And their view must be that where there are thousands and hundreds of thousands and millions of fans, what do the lives of 13 fans mean? Not even a moment's silence inside the Chinnaswamy Stadium. Why not, Mr. Organizers? Why not Virat Kohli? Why not a word for them? You see, I do not believe that the players did not know. I know they will come out now and say that while they were celebrating, taking selfies, looking happy, that they had no idea that 13 people had died. These are people who do Twitter 24/7. They are on every social media. I refuse to believe the organizers did not know. The fact is not that they did not know. The fact is that they did not care. They couldn't have cared less about the lives of the fans. Because you see another IPL, another tournament, another thousands of crores, lots of money, lots of sponsorship, lots of television time. Just 11 fans who die. And then 13. How does it matter? People were suffocating. They were celebrating. People had fallen on the ground. They were walked over by the crowd. These organizers of the celebrations of the RCB victory inside the Chinnaswamy Stadium knew that people who were being dragged into the ambulance, people had to be given CPR on the spot. They knew everything, but they went ahead with their celebrations. Because when 13 people died, when 50 were hospitalized, Virat Kohli was delivering his victory speech, clicking pictures with Anushka, clicking and smiling for the cameras. The RCB players didn't pause for a minute. They continued their celebrations. And it's impossible, people did not know that there were others who were breathing their last outside the stadium, hoping to catch one single glimpse of these players.